Alrighty, dighty do. Howdy, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Bonjour, namaste, good night. Okay, we'll get started today with our different Advent of Cyber because the last time we were trying this specific one, the SOC one, the logs were not coming up, and it was an issue all across all the TryHackMe users were facing this issue. So today we are going to cover that missing piece of the puzzle, and yeah, that's will be all for today. Nothing much crazy, just catching up on stuff for the week. And tomorrow again, Advent of Cyber is still going on, so we'll come online. Yo, Rabbit, what's up, homie? What's up, my man? How you doing, brother? Okay, I'll reset this room first so we can get a proper video out. How are you doing, my man? Are you able to hear me? Am I audible? Is there, yeah, is the audio clear? Just want to make sure, right? Uh, hello. 1, 2, 3, mic testing. Am I audible? Can you guys hear me? Everything is fine? I audible? Just need to make sure that is the thing. No? Yes? Maybe? Hello. 1, 2, 3, mic testing. No? I'll try to increase my voice and reduce this. Okay, I think this should be good, right? Okay, I'll get started because I think should I'll get started because okay, yeah, I'm audible. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's get started with our which day was it? I don't even remember. AOC, let's see. So this was Advent of Cyber Day 10 SOC alert triaging Tinsel Triage. So, SOC alert triaging Tinsel Triage Day 10 investigate and triage alerts through Microsoft Sentinel. Microsoft Sentinel is Microsoft Azure's SIEM system, SIEM, to help like log all the events and everything, right? So, introduction story Day 10. The best festival company's security operations center, the SOC, was in chaos. Screens flickered, lights flashed, and the sound of alerts echoed through the rooms like a digital thunderstorm. The elves rushed between consoles, their faces lit by the glow of red and orange warning. It was raining alerts, and no one knew where the storm had begun. Whispers spread through the SOC as the tension filled the air. Something strange was happening across the cloud environment, and the timing couldn't be worse. As the blizzard of alerts grew heavier, one name surfaced among the worried elves: the evil Easter bunnies. But why now? And what were they after this time? Learning objectives. Understanding the importance of alert triage and prioritization. Explore Microsoft Sentinel to review and analyze alerts. Correlate logs to identify real activities and determine alert verdicts. Connection details. Before moving forward, review the questions in the connection card below. Do I need to start the tag box? Virtual machine today, split screen, direct link. So we have the direct link and we will be given credentials to the cloud environment, which is Microsoft Azure, as you guys know. Follow the instructions below. So we will have to find out an account has been temporarily logged. Wait, to get started, go to Microsoft Azure and use one of the usernames and temporary access things. Okay. If you find one of them is logged, please select a different account from the list. So let's say start with like this one, the bottom one. Oh, I'm logged in my own one. Sorry, I was playing with some interesting stuff. Yeah, I am working on some AI stuff, understanding tokens, logics, and blah blah blah. Okay, so we'll go with this one. Not blocked yet, so that's good. We'll go to Sentinel, Law, AOC. Yo, what's up? All good, boss, all good. Yo, what's up, Reg? So we can see custom logs, syslogs, which was good. We were able to log in, and let's get started with task 2. My audio is good, right? Bro, my mood, um actually, so I'll give you an idea what I did. Um I'm going to use something else, like some other using some AI tools, to instead of like Reddit API, I will be using some AI tools to like scrap stuff and come up with what I want. But yeah, like because the Reddit API is not working, their system has changed so much. I hate it, man. I hate it. I thought Reddit would become better after raising money from their IPO. I don't know if you guys know, Reddit had their IPO this year on March 2020. Wait, this year, last year? Was it last year? 34, but Reddit stock price was interesting. Oh wow, it went to 224. Wow. Bro, it was at 46 something when it started. Yeah, no, but earlier they did. Earlier they did. Earlier they did, man. This has been a really crazy stock, 400% up in just since their IPO, which was in March 2024. That's crazy. Yeah, no, like there's a thing, there's a difference though, right? There is, as a researcher, you can do, right? As a, you just, it depends on what is your role. As a researcher, you are allowed. As a developer, you have to follow certain restrictions. But as a company, enterprise, you need to go through and pay them. Same with Docker. As a Docker, as an individual developer, I can use Docker. Even as a startup, I can use Docker. But if I have a very big company, right, then I have to go for the pricing model. There is pro and stuff, but like there, where is it? Yeah, there is like same thing. Like it's just based on who you are, how big you are, and what you can afford. The reason companies do that, right? Even Google is giving away 200,000, $300,000 in cloud credits because they want you to log in. If I own a company with a lot of data, I would love to like give some small developers like free API access, because when the app goes big, they are going to pay me, because now their whole infrastructure is based on my API as like a building block, right? It's all about lock-in. These companies are smart, man. These companies are smart, and they're people, like some of the people are really really smart. Even giving you one example, right, about MBA people, some really smart MBA people. If you ever go to a grocery store, you will realize the most essential things are always at the very corner at the end, and the most useless things are always near, or things you want to avoid are always near the counter. Milk will be at the end of it. It's all psychological tricks, right? It's all tricks, right? So there is, let's say this is the door. As a customer, you walk in, and always this door is actually not even here. Let's say this is the door, right? It's all mostly, most of the time it's at the very corner, or like almost in this area, right? Then the milk will be in this area, which is a very essential thing, right? If somebody wants milk, they're 100% going to go there. But in here, where there is a counter, there will be chocolates and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. People are very smart in this game, and I feel very stupid a lot of time. Okay, going back, right? Just to give you guys an idea about Reddit thing, that was it, right? But I'm going to mock things now. That's the only thing I have left, with with the help of APIs and AIs. So, task 2, alert triaging premier. It's raining alerts. MexKitty has notified that it's raining alerts. Something unusual is happening within the Azure tenant. The dashboards are lighting up with suspicious activities, and early signs indicate a possible attack from the evil bunnies. The best festival company must act fast to survive this onslaught before it affects the entire season's operations. So we have this. Before investigating these alerts in the Microsoft Sentinel, MexKitty must step back and understand what's happening. When alerts start flooding in, where the first question is, how the fuck she got back? She was kidnapped, right? Okay, going back. When alerts start flooding in, jumping straight into each one isn't efficient, since not all alerts are equal. Some are just pure noise, some are false positive. False positive is, let's say, computer flags like, oh, this is, we think this is a attack, but it's actually false. It's not attack. It's actually basically was somebody just bought a new computer, or was traveling and tried to access their system, right? And a few may indicate real threats in progress. That's false positive, right? If I'm not wrong. This is where alert triaging becomes critical. Triaging helps security teams identify which alerts deserve immediate attention, which can be deprioritized, and which can be safely ignored for the moment. The process separates chaos from clarity, allowing analysts like MexKitty's SOC team to focus their time and resources where it truly matters. Alert triaging. Now, let's continue the discussion about alert triaging. In the previous section, we introduced triaging and why it is essential. This time, we'll focus on how to approach it and what to prioritize, what to look for, and what to do right after an alert. I think Rabbit's internet is up and down today. When multiple alerts happen or appear, analysts should have consistent method to assess and prioritize them quickly. It's a skill. There are many factors you can consider when triaging, but these are the fundamentals ones that you should always be part of. Should always be part of your process of identifying and evaluating alerts. First is severity level, right? How urgent? Review the alert severity, like how bad it is. Is it like just informational, some error happened, some information, some warning, or is it actually somebody were able to get inside the system, or got the data out of the servers, right? Indicate the urgency of response and potential business risk. Timestamp and frequency. Let's say for for example, from a particular IP, somebody was again and again during a small period of time made a bunch of attempts, right? Identify when the alert was triggered and check for related activities before and after that time. helps identify ongoing attacks or patterns of repeated behavior. Attack stage. There are different stages in a kill chain, right? Trying to brute force their method in, they got in, were they able to get inside the system, travel and blah blah blah, right? What's the word would be lateral movement, right? And did they cleared some of the logs or their traces? So determine which stage of the attack chain or life cycle this alert indicates: reconnaissance, persistence, or data exfiltration. It gives insight into how far the attacker may be progressed and their objective. Affected assets. Identify the system and user or resources involved and assess its importance to operations. Prioritize response, response based on assets importance and the potential impact on the of compromise. In short, these four represent the essential dimensions of triage: how bad the alert is, when the alert happened, what is the context, right? What's going on? Impact, how bad it is for the business, right? Or what things it can do to our system. They form a balanced foundation that's simple enough for analysts to apply quickly by comprehensive enough, but comprehensive enough for informed decision. After reviewing these factors, decide on your next step. Escalate to the basically based on these factors. Now, our next step would be escalated to incident response team, our bigger people. Perform deeper investigation. That hey, I want to know what was going on. I want to know more about it to create a report about this. Or close alert if it is confirmed to be a false positive. A structured triage process like this helps ensure that the time and resources are focused on what truly matters. This even happens in the hospitals in Canada. It's pretty bad. Like they are trying is good, but system is pretty bad. Diving deeper into an alert. After identifying, that's true though, that's true. After identifying which alerts deserve further attention, it's time to dig into the details. Follow these steps to investigate and correlate effectively. Investigate the alert in detail, open the alert and review the entities, event data, and detection logic. Confirm whether the activity represents real malicious behavior. Check the related logs, examine the relevant log sources. Look for patterns or unusual actions that align with the alert. Correlate multiple alerts, right? Identify other alerts involving the same user, IP address, or the device to see what all things they did, right? Correlate often reveals a broader attack. So, what all things they tried in the game. Build context or a timeline, right? Combine timestamps, combine various other alerts to get a bigger picture of the game. Timestamp user action affected access to reconstruct the sequence of events. This helps determine if the attack is still going on or has been contained, right? Decide on the following action. If there are indicators of compromise, escalate to the incident response team. Investigate further if more evidence or correlation is needed. Close or suppress if the alert is confirmed false positive and update detection rules accordingly. Document finding and lessons learned. Keep a clear record of the analysis, decisions, and remediation steps. Proper documentation strengthens SOC process and supports continuous improvement. Yo, Rupankar, what's up, bro? Happy weekend, boss. Happy Saturday. With triage complete and the investigation in motion, MaxKitty begins piecing together the puzzle. Every alert, log entry, and timestamp brings her closer to uncovering what the evil bunnies are up to inside the Azure tenant. It's time to connect the dots and reveal the bigger picture behind the noise. So, we got a bunch of logs, we got a bunch of events, we are going to see the bigger picture and piece all the pieces of the puzzle together. I like how this one is actually structured in terms of the story and information compared to other rooms. Environment review. Before proceeding with the alert triaging, first review the lab. So we'll go to the Azure portal, right? Yeah, sure. So basically, what's happening, boss, is their SOC team, right, had a lot of alerts going on, And using one of these credentials, let's say you can actually log into Microsoft portal using one of these credentials and go to Microsoft Sentinel, which is their SIEM system for all the security events. And here they talked about a little bit about the SOC triaging. What is the SOC process like, right? And what things you should do as a SOC analyst. If alert comes, right, you want to see how bad what this alert represent, how bad it is. Was somebody trying to reset or like log in from a different location? Was somebody brute forcing? Was somebody able to um, like get their way in all of a sudden, right? Because if the data got leaked and stuff, so what how bad it is, right? Then timestamp and frequency, finding all the different events, what happened, getting a bigger picture. Attack stage, once you have the bigger picture, you will know, okay, in life cycle, there's a kill chain, right? In attack, that first we have, let's say, trying to get access, getting the credentials, or getting access would be a better word. Getting access, right? Then movement inside the system from server to server. Then we have, let's say, data exfiltration, getting data. Then let's say they were able to like remove logs or clear track, right? So understanding where we stand, and then affected assets, okay, which all servers were affected, blah blah blah. So we have to get all these dimensions about the log, create a bigger picture, and based on that find what to do next. Either we like send it to the bigger like people who are incident responder, which is above SOC, right? um, Check, get go deeper into various logs, see what's going on, get a bigger picture. Just decide it was might be just a false positive because the person who logged in from a different place is traveling, right? And those things, right? Finding those. So that's what we did for now. Now we are looking into getting portal done, right? If you want to continue, just go to Azure portal, portal.azure.com. Here's the link, and use one of these credentials. Let's say use just this one. If it doesn't work, go use a different one. But here's the link. Sorry, here's the username and password. That's good, Rupankar. You feel confident now? Sentinel can work like a SOC interface, or it's only for their cloud user. It's a SOC interface, boss. Yeah, he did. He did a couple days ago. But yeah, it's for all the servers, everything. You know why Microsoft is second biggest? I will give you a quick thing about cloud game. What's going on? So first people in the cloud game was in 2006 Amazon. Then I believe in 2008 was Google. Now I think 2011 or 12 around this time. Let me see. Azure starting date 2010. Okay, 2010 uh, was Azure. So what happens is, because Amazon was the first player, they are biggest, right? They are number one right now. They are the first one. Their interface works great and a bunch of good things, right? Azure is actually the second biggest one, and GCP is the third one, which is interesting because like GCP should be second because it came earlier. It should have more clients, blah blah blah, right? The reason is actually the question you asked. Azure Sentinel can work only like a SOC interface for their cloud users. No, because what Microsoft did, right? For example, with Windows and a bunch of other softwares, right? They said, hey, do you already have like on your on-prem server? Do you already have that on-prem server and license for the Windows? Do you? If you do, then you don't have to pay extra. You can use the same license on the servers, and we will help you sync everything with your on-prem server with the cloud server. Their this move was actually very big, and that became made them become the second biggest one, right? That making making a proper ecosystem just like Apple does is really good. Microsoft did the same thing, and this is the same time Microsoft, for the first time, actually, if you see their stock market, like the numbers, you will see such some big jumps right around that area. Why? Because this is also the time they introduced WSL. Their first time ever, the first CEO and the current is also the current CEO that to appreciate open source as the Microsoft CEO. Nobody else did. Linux is an open source. Bill Gates hated it, right? I think Steve, whatever the second after Bill Gates was, hated it. But Satya Nadella game changed it. And that's why Microsoft is really, it could have been almost like fifth or sixth biggest, but it's actually like third biggest right now. It would have been even like 1 trillion instead of 3 trillion. These moves were pretty big, man. These moves are pretty big. On-prem is local stuff which already exists in it. Yes, on-prem is like your own data center, right? Your own servers. If you had, let's say, before cloud, right, you wanted to host your app, there is no cloud, so what you will do is you will buy servers and set things up there, right? Yeah, they stormed in with the WSL was a big move. It's even here. Microsoft stock price. There are some like interesting things you will see, and I will show you. Let's go to Yahoo Finance. Yeah, that's the one. Let's say if I go all, uh, I'll show you something very interesting. I'll go with this is like stock market is a really good way to like see what a world is up to, right? Here versus GitHub, LinkedIn, everything. Bro, they destroyed so many good softwares though. That's like one terrible thing. Let's say if I go with 2014 December 31st, right? Where is it? Apply. Oh, apply. You see some big jumps how the game has changed from, let's say, 2000 around here, from here a bottom to like some key events. If you go all the way up from 16 to 30, that's like double in 1 year, which is a very big for a big company like that. And there are jumps like this. Why? Because of these things. Because of these things. Stock market is like a very good indicator to find big events that happen. Yeah. But okay, that's like to give you the answer to your question, right? And I wanted to like give you a proper detail so you don't forget. So yeah, like SOC is used for all the servers, even on-prem. You can connect and get the logs in. Back to hacking, yes sir. Okay, let's start with our task three. Let me know if you have any more questions. That was a good question, though. That was a good question, both of them. Environment review. Before proceeding to alert triaging, let's first review the lab environment. To get started, head over to Azure portal and search for Sentinel. Then click Sentinel instance to go to logs tab and select custom log table name syslogs here. Right. So if you are new, right, I'll go here. Microsoft Sentinel is my search. Go law AOC 2025. logs on the left, tables you see here, click on tables, custom logs, syslogs here. In the last 24 hours, there's nothing. Let's see. Splunk and Elastic are like way big, yeah. It's just the reason is Microsoft Sentinel is inside there for Splunk and these Elastic. You have to set up more, the more accounts you have to manage and stuff. And based on what talent you have in your company, right? That's a big thing too. Click the Sentinel instance, go to the logs tab, select the custom logs. We did that. After running the query, select logs of this lab environment should be rendered. So we were able to render a bunch of logs here. And these logs are from the servers, all the things, right? Now that we have reviewed the environment, let's proceed with this discussion of alert triaging in the new or the next tab or next task. Sorry, my teeth are very weird. Like I'm having a very different type of sensation there. Okay, you guys good with the task 3? Should we go to move to the task 4? You guys good? Give me a thumbs up if it is. It helps. Let me know just like if you want me to stop. Go. Okay. So task 4, investigation proper. Properly investigating would be a better word. Okay. MaxKitty goes triaging. Now, now that we have learned about triaging, let's move to the fun part. Working inside the actual SOC environment for the best festival company hosted in Azure. This is where MaxKitty will put her triage skills to the test using Microsoft Sentinel, a cloud native SIEM and SOAR platform. SIEM, Security Incident Information and Event Management System, that is used for aggregate security information in the form of logs, alerts, artifacts, and events into centralized platform that would allow security and analysts to perform real time analysis. So basically, it will give you all the information in security events, right? Security events management. All the logs will come here. SOAR stands for Security Orchestration, Automation, and Response. This is a different game. Like it's the next phase of SIEM, I will say. In this defense, I will say after SIEM, if SIEM is phase one, this is phase two. Streamline and automate the security operation, including incident management, threat intelligence, and vulnerability response. Responding to vulnerabilities, what's going on, right? This is protection. This is about knowing what's happening. This is about okay performing the action. Sentinel collects data from various Azure services, applications, and connected sources to detect. Remember, connected sources of on-prem servers as well, or even servers in Amazon or Google. You just need to connect them properly to detect, investigate, and respond to threats in real time. Through Sentinel, MaxKitty can view and manage alerts, analyze incidents, and correlate activities across multiple logs. It provides visibility into what's happening within the Azure tenant and effectively allow analysts to pivot from one alert to another. In the next part, we will explore how MaxKitty reviews alerts, drills into the evidence, and uses Sentinel investigation tools to uncover the truth behind Evil Bunny's attack. So we have first we'll have to like review the alerts, then okay drill into evidence. Okay, what's going on in every single alert, and then using the tools uncover like get the big picture what they were doing. Microsoft Sentinel in action. To start the activity, navigate to the Sentinel, select your dedicated Sentinel instance under threat management. Okay. So here we have threat management, incidents. That's fine. Select Incidents tab to view the incidents triggered during the current time frame. You can also press this button to expand the view as here. So basically, you can press this one and this will go down here. But in the current one, we don't have anything. So What I will do is, hmm, nothing is coming for our incidents. Oh, maybe I know why. Instead of last, let's do custom. And instead of last 5 days, I will go with uh, time range. I need to make it a bit smaller. And I will go, let's say, from June 1st to 13 December. And if I go to, no, not working that way, the way I thought. Okay, let's go to incidents. This page has been moved to Defender portal. Oh, great. So we have to go to Defender. This is out of date, I guess. Now. Note, in case of alerts do not appear, refresh your browser page. See the image below. Okay. Okay, this they just have to refresh the page. Okay, good, good. So we have, oh wow, we have 336 high, 72 medium, 0 low, 0 informational. So that's not good at all. When we click one of them, we'll see a lot more detail about it. And you can comment, like if somebody in your team has already worked on it, you can comment on these things. Linux privilege escalation, Polkit exploit attempt, sudo shadow access. So you can see what they were trying to do, which is good. Uh, I want to see more events. Like, is it just shows 50? Hmm. Okay, this is fine. 7 1. Okay, I'm setting this up so I can see 237 medium and 340 medium, 287 high and 340 medium, and we can see what they were trying to do. That's good. Okay, things are working fine now. For the task images, there are 8 open incidents, 4 of high severity and 4 of medium severity. Note that these numbers might differ in your lab environment. Since we focus on addressing the most critical threats first, let's begin with the high severity alert. So we are going to change the severity. This These represents potential compromise points or like privilege escalation activities that would lead to complete host control if left unchecked. To begin the triage, let's examine one high severity incident like the Linux privilege escalation kernel module insertion alert. So first we know it's Linux privilege escalation, then we know which way they got the privilege escalation. By clicking the alert, additional details appear on the right hand side. So with servers, first there were 3 events related to this Linux privilege escalation. Then there were 3 servers: backup, app, and web server. Tactic used, you can tell based on the MyTier attack and when it was created and how many events are there. Upon checking the alert, as we have seen in the above image, the following details can be initially referred. These are 3 events related to alert. There are 3 events related to the alert. The alert was recently created. Note that this varies based on your lab instance. There are 3 entities involved in the alert. The alert is classified as privilege escalation tactic. We can get further details from here by clicking view full details. Okay, let's try to get that. Mm, Somebody was playing around with the system, that's for sure. Some people with like act like access to this accounts, right? Somebody was playing with this. What we are going to do is we'll go with kernel. We're going to just search kernel module insertion. Now I think there's a lot more people bro. They were doing some naughty. Let me see. Okay. So let's say if I go with event number 3, there were 3 events, right? These were the servers: app 02, backup 02, web server 01. Privilege escalation, you will get the mightier attack number as well. Exploitation for privilege escalation, right? And a lot of more information about it, which is good. Like the SOCs are really good, like software advanced side, they're really very featureful. Again, we can look at the view full detail. So we see like this event, similar entities, similar things that happened. Kernel, we were able to see this information earlier. Malicious privilege escalation modules. Yeah, and we can investigate this further. Okay, now let's go back. Understanding related alerts. From the view above, you may notice that several alerts point to the same affected entities. This helps to understand the relationship and possible sequence of events that impact the same host or user. So, privilege escalation happened. Now, let's go see how the person was able to get in, what accounts were used, blah, 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 right? To get a bigger picture and helps understanding what's going on. When multiple alerts are linked to a single entity, such as the same machine, user, or IP address, it typically indicates that these detections are not isolated events, but somewhat different stages in the same intrusion event, right? Like different phases in a same attack. By analyzing which alerts share the same entities, we can start to trace the attack path from the initial access to the privilege escalation and persistence. For example, if the same virtual machine triggered the following, so we have alert, what does it suggest? Root SSH login from external IP. The attacker gained remote SSH access to the server. SUID discovery, able to find attacker look for ways to escalate their privilege, and then they were able to escalate using kernel module insertion. At this stage, MaxKD, oh, can we, based on they mentioned, can we actually look kernel? Uh, oh, past 24 hours, no. So let me go to the first event that happened. Yeah. Which what they did. Yeah. Yeah, because then you need to tell the users, hey, your account was compromised. What the heck you are doing? Fired, right? All those things that's happened. Actually, you can't get fired if you just didn't have the best password. You can sue the company. Let me just see one thing. My final year project was, I can give you a bigger answer. There's a really good thing I did. Remind me at the very end because it has some extra, a lot more information. Events, we have full details. How can I like link this? What are the ways this is linked? Unassigned status events. No. I want to see how they linked it, right? That is like where the money is. By analyzing which alerts share the same entities, we can start the trace. We can start to trace the attack path. Possible incident timeline. Okay, so we will go to the view this one and we can do similar. Okay, if I go with view full one, right, similar incidents I will see. They all are just, oh, there is more. Oh, dude, I can't make it go up. That's pretty sucky. Okay, so if you guys see here, right, there's a Linux privilege escalation. A bunch of them are here. I had some project related to cybersecurity. I told them, they rejected it. Dude, I don't understand why people reject these things. Like, as long as you are ready to do it. I had the issue with that too, though. I had similar, like, where I just convinced them, which was, thank God. I think I have to find that particular, like, one. Let's say SUID. So there's jump server. There's so many more details. That's the probably is the reason. That's probably the biggest reason. So we have SUID discovered, but there's so many SUID we can't actually get a chain here. Where's the okay? Let's investigate. Where's the time frame I can put? Maybe if I go back, yeah, you might be right. So here, if I change the time frame from this to, let's say, when was the first event that happened? When was the kernel one happened? So first one happened on 11th. So 11th of December. So I'll go with this way. It happened at 1:44. So I'll give it, let's say, instead of 13, for, oh, I can do just 7 and then I can do PM. No alerts, okay. That's good to know. Hmm. There has been like more than 400 plus, and people have been doing their own stuff here, right? Does it cost company a lot of money to use this search query? I don't think like just querying cost in this case might, but we need to check. It will be in the docs. Yeah, probably then, like, because every single API call might cost for Splunk. Not sure for Microsoft Azure though. Just Sentinel itself would cost, like, in terms of how much data is stored and stuff, but not sure for queries and stuff. Okay, let's see. 12, 11, 3, 11. Yeah, it's bro. They don't charge you for this, but they will charge you for all the data coming in, data going out, network input, output. There's a lot of costs that are involved. So like, just being smart with cloud cost itself is a really good thing. Is a very sellable thing, in my opinion. Why this is not working properly? 0106. Why there are no events coming, man? Why there are no events coming? I have no idea why the events are not coming though in this case. Check the analyst page. Which one? Oh, okay. Oh, every 5 minutes this runs. Okay, that's why. There's so many events. It's not the people. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, mate. But like, I'm just wondering, like, when I do the incident, this thing, right? I don't know if anybody has any clue about this or not, but if I'm going here, if I go, let's say, kernel, not in past 24 hours, what about past 48 hours? So many. And one of them being, let's say the first one being 12, 11, 1:44 p.m. This one 1:44 p.m. But when I try to look, it doesn't come. So might be something going on. Okay, we can just ignore that, I guess. Then let's just move forward. So in reality, it should be like this: Linux privilege escalation. Then there is SUID mentioned, but because there are so many events, it's not working for us, which is fine, I guess. How many entries are affected by Linux privilege polecat attempt? Okay, entities are affected. So let's go back. At least we have played enough. We know that we can answer these things. Why enabled? Like this one is like just to, if you go here, right, you can see what they are running to see the information. But yeah, you can do that. You can play with it. That's for sure. But it's just it won't give you the answer. I don't think so, unless until you go through the whole query and see what might be affected. What one way would be if you go here. let's say poll kit 1, right? I want to see the number of things that are affected. Then I can just see the entities here, right? All the servers it affected. One was DB0 storage. DB0 in a virtual machine. That person, they don't know how to use cloud. I don't like this. Okay, or whatever. View all. There were 10 entities total. If you see view all entities, there are 10 here. All these. There is database to CI runner, so CI CD thing, right? Probably authentication workstation CI runner 1, jump server workstation build storage and DB. Okay, so 10 is the right answer for this. Next is what is the severity of sudo this one shadow access, and how many accounts were affected to the sudo doers group in the Linux privilege escalation. User added to sudo group alert. Okay, so first let's do the sudo shadow. Yeah, high is the right answer though. How many accounts were added to sudo doers group? User added to sudo alert. So we'll go to this. Just do a quick search. Here, 1.2k events. We can see entities, and this time if you see, like, the icon is different. Account, right? You see this is account, this is a host. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 accounts were actually affected or added to the group. Beauty. Now let's look at task 5, diving deeper into the logs. So in-depth log analysis with Sentinel. With the initial triage complete, MaxKitty now examines the raw evidence behind these alerts. The next task involves diving into the underlying log data within Microsoft Sentinel to validate the alerts and uncover the exact attacker action that triggered them. By analyzing the authentication attempts, command execution, and system changes, MaxKitty can begin piecing together the full story of how attack unfolded. If we go back to the alert's full details view, we can try clicking the events from the event evidence section. So when we go to the events for kernel module X insertion, go to the event, we see what exactly happened. Message in different servers. Okay, malicious mod.ko, UID is there, ID is there, and stuff, and then we have the other information. Yeah, I will try to rest. I actually got something. I was thinking to do something like that. I will show you one quick thing. One quick thing. Can you guys see this? Finally got this thing today in the mail. Finally a phone after 7 damn years. 17 from 10 to 17. A proper upgrade. Finally, man. Needed it. Now I can actually make videos. That one is away. I have this guy as well, so I can finally start making videos like Easy Snippet. And thank God that his account is back, man. I'm not bringing this. I'm going to start using two phones from now on for security reasons. I'm going to have to start using two phones together, which is interesting. I never thought that day will come. By the way, if anybody's wondering, this is just my dinner. Apples. This Reddit thing took my brain a lot of power. Perks of being alone. Send this to yo Wrench. Take a screenshot of this and send it to Rabbit, saying like there will be days when he eats apple, living alone, but don't worry, it's good. Right, apple, yeah, bro. I'm telling you, खाने में apple, in food I take apple, in watch I have apple, in phone I have apple, apple ही apple. It's all apple. My underwear also has apple. I'm joking. Okay, let's go. That's just a small joke, really bad attempt, but it's fine. It's all Apple. My AirPods are also Apple. Okay, Flex. You know Flex Zone. Flex Zone, dude. That fucking guy who stole my iPhone. Okay, now let's go back. If we go back to the alerts full details view, we can start by clicking the events. Good one. We can try clicking the events from the evidence section, and let's see. We have, when we go back to Sentinel. Nah, bro, I have Apple. Two big apples. GG's. And a branch, a Git branch. Okay, when we go to the term here, right, we look at the events. We see using the query, right? They are running the query, and we see for all the server host, there was something happened. Oh, this happened at 9:31 p.m. Oh, this one is a different one, not the same timing though. Yeah. So we see module name is this netmon.ko maliciousmod.ko. Just tell him it's just fun. It's joke. It's joke. It's joke. Gaurav is joking. I was just too busy today to even like cook. From this view, we can definitely see the actual name of the kernel module. Nimish, what's up, bro? Long time no see. How you doing, man? So, from this view, right, we can definitely see the actual name of the kernel module installed in each machine and the time it was installed. So we can look at like if something is installed, what was the backdoor, what happened, and stuff, which is very helpful in finding basically rats in our system. Yo, why? What's up, bro? What happened? Anything I can help with? Diving deeper into this, we can try checking the raw events from a single host. Everything good though, like that. Actually, it took my brain there. My brain is there. How much is left? Okay, not a lot, so we can get this done. I cried today, was missing home a lot. Dude, I understand, man. I understand. I very much understand what you mean. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. But let me tell you, like, there's something I keep on reminding myself, and I think that might help. It's from a show I don't like, but I watched it once, right? The guy said, and I quote, "Pain is temporary, glory is permanent." Remember, like that thing, because there is a lot of people in the world which hate that you are successful. They hate, like, and they want to like you to fail. They are praying for you to fail. Remember, your mom fasted, right? You have to be strong, and you have the strength. It's okay. I know there are sometimes downtime. We can chat in Discord if you want to just share your story and stuff. After the stream, we can go in the voice chat and we can share stories if you want, right? Or you can just DM me directly. Feel free to. My DMs are always open. Let me know, right? I got you, bro. Don't worry. I have been where you were. Don't worry. Rabbit is killing you now. Hey. Yeah, bro. Nimish, you are in the. I know you are in the Discord, so just DM me, okay? Okay. Let's go back and try to complete this fast then. From this view, we can definitely see the actual name of the kernel module installed in each machine and the time it was installed. Diving deeper into this, we can try checking the raw events from a single host. single host through a custom query. To do this, let's change the view from the editable KQL query and find all the events triggered from app O2. Press simple mode drop down in the user upper right corner and select KQL mode. So we go here, simple mode, KQL mode. We can see the KQL queries like almost like a SQL query for events and SOCs, right? Modify the query like this. So we'll just copy here. Time will be different, but rest everything should be pretty same. Okay. Wait, let's do one thing. Let me just see what is the difference. So set query now equal time is different. This is a log where host is this instead of program kernel, right? Message as insert module and time sheet and all those stuff. Bhagwan Karam. I can't even say it here. Okay, so we have a lot of logs from app O2. So we have the audit, then sudo switch user, this one PAM Unix, failed, user mod Alex, cron job, user bin permission execute cron tab. From cron tab, they try to execute like um, some changes to gain privilege. Sudo Jerry, get the password or stuff. Password was got from here. Damn, they were trying really hard. They got it. मैं लड़कों से ही करता हूँ. I will do it with the boys only. I don't do it with the girls. Especially with you. I will do it with you, bro. Okay, press the run button and wait for the results, which we did. After executing the query, it can be seen that multiple can be seen that multiple potential suspicious events occurred around the installation of the kernel module. Execution of the cp command to create a shadow file backup, the addition of the user account ls to the sudo users do, and then modification of the backup user account by root, insertion of malicious module, and successful SSH authentication. So we have sudo user ls was added, created, and then added to the root, and then shadow backup. Okay, password was added, then the module was added, and then we there was SSH accepted. Based on the surrounding events, including the execution of the cp command to create a shadow file backup, the addition okay, we'll do that. The addition of the user account ls to the sudo users group, right? The root group almost. The modification of the backup users account by root and the successful SSH authentication by the root user. This activity, yep, appears highly unusual. The sequence suggests that potential privilege escalation and persistence behavior, indicating that the event may not be part of normal system operations and warrants further investigation. So, adding somebody to root user and creating a user, adding them directly, and multiple things happening, not a usual thing. So, that raises red flags, basically. Now that we have discussed the methodology for determining and reviewing alerts, let's help MexKitty complete the assessment by examining the remaining alerts and answering the question. My still question is how the heck she came back from kidnapping? What is the name of the kernel module installed in web server? So I think we got this one before too. If I go to events, damn, boy. So malicious mod KO, right? So if you guys see, this is the module name. So you raised a bunch of what's this called? People who no not boys. So you raised not the girl because she went for SOC. You raised a bunch of boys who kidnapped her. I see, Reg. I see. What is the unusual command executed within the web server by the ops user? Okay, so we'll go in this one, right? Instead of this, we had, let's go copy this, but we want to see inside the web server. So we'll change it accordingly. Most, what? NC command, whatever. Web server 01. Most common way to get a reversal, basically SSH. And what was the name of the user? Op user, right? Sudo malicious user root. Yeah, ops user, right? Yeah. So we have sudo user ops. Command was okay. Bin bash interactive dev TCP 444. Okay. This is the most common way. I didn't know. What is the source IP address of the first successful SSH login in the storage one? So we'll go back to our query and do storage 01. Really? I had no idea. Thanks for letting me know. SSH. What exactly was it? Source IP. Kernel SSG accepted root. Okay, this is the IP, a local IP. What is the external source IP that successfully logged into the app as root 01? Okay. And then we have root, right? And then we have other user added. So first is the backup user. External IP is this one. Deploy. Okay, baby, we good. We good. Okie dokie. GG's, lads. GG's. Anna valle. Valle, valle, valle. Which, for what? I need more certification. This is actually a good one. Control U for what? Dude, I don't have any certs either. Let's see what we do on the LinkedIn, what it says. So I can copy paste the same thing. Microsoft Sentinel. Should I just go for any other Sentinel company or what? I do, bro. I do. I do. I do. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Movement. 13 days in a row. Let's go to Werewolf. And yeah, okay. So that's all, lads. Tomorrow will come for day 13. Yara rules. Yara mean one. And then we'll cover this Xmas. Let's see. Cross-site scripting one. And also we'll try to see some side quests. Yeah, but that's all I have for you guys today. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. But it's like 12:15. I need to like sleep. I've been dude. What? It's like, honestly, after you told me it's like a very basic room. It's one single page. I don't even want to do it. Honestly, I'm just being that person. There's nothing special about it, right? There's just one page, and they talk about the cross-site scripting, which is a very small way they talk about. It's a lot bigger examples, better examples you can have. There should be like a beginner AOC, and then there should be like a very, like, for every day there should be a hard AOC with like a lot more detail, right? But yeah, lads, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining. Uh, Also, Nimish, let me know if you are available, right? And we'll do a chat. Hard one with like a lot more detail would be so nice, right? Like, what's the name? What I was saying, smile to the देखो LinkedIn पे. Dude, this is from a ICPC event. I didn't even bother to take like a very good type one. Oh, I have 802 followers. I have more followers on LinkedIn than on YouTube. Good. Oof, that's a good one. Docker and Christmas. Nice, nice. I'll have that. I will have this as my new one. That's actually such a nice one. Hell yeah. Okay. So, with that being said, lads, thank you so much for joining me today. It was an absolute pleasure, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the morning for the next Advent of Cyber. And over the weekend, I will let you know when we are, maybe this weekend or during the next week, we'll start the unboxing of this boy right here. 17 Pro 256 GB. That's what it says, right? Where does it say 256 GB? Yeah, 256 GB. Product of China. Made in China. China, China, China. Okay. So, yeah, that's all, lads. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you tomorrow. China Kamala. Yes. So, thank you so much, lads. Have a good one. And this has been your favorite neighborhood hacker, censored hacker, signing off with a big bye. Thank you so much, Wrench. Thank you, Nimesh. Thank you, Rabbit, for showing up. Peace out, lads.